baby? Welcome back to another brand new episode of the Dumb Guys Do Racing podcast, top 5 sim racing podcast worldwide, baby. And I'm here with the
number
boys.
one VR.
Oh yeah, number one VI
Worldwide.
worldwide. With the boys, Jimbo, Coach Mike, and Todd. Hope you boys had a great 4th of July.
America.
That's right.
America.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Had a great 4th. Did you have a good time on vacation?
Oh, I did. It was good times.
Good.
Real good.
Good.
How's Cali?
Yeah,
It was great.
Pretty.
Yeah, Cali was
Looked pretty
It was
out there.
good. It was hot,
Yeah.
and it was nice. Yeah,
Awesome.
It was a good time.
Awesome. Good to know. Thanks everybody for putting up with our best of.
Yep.
That was. We appreciate everybody. We got a comment from one of our loyal listeners,
Was it Joe Bartel, I believe?
Joe Bartel. Thanks for catching all the way up and enjoying our best of episodes. Thank you. We do appreciate all that.
Yeah.
And if you'd ever like to come on,
Yep. Hit us up.
have you?
Hit
You
us
know,
up.
just
And then
it's
also Kyle Nelson, a part of a Hairpin Racing League, and inviting us to their little league and their little races, and we're going to try and get him on as well. But thanks for that invite. We appreciate it. Another PDX run sim racing team, so cool to see that.
Be very cool. Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yep. Very cool. Yeah, I need to join that. I couldn't make it today
Yeah, same.
because I've got stuff going on today.
Yep.
Plus, recovering from last night too.
Oh, yeah.
So
Holiday.
High flying.
yeah. Went up to Suge Racer's house
Oh,
and hung out with him on the 4th.
nice.
Yeah, it was crazy up in Washougal, dude. Fireworks were illegal. That did
Oh.
not stop anybody from shooting off fireworks.
Right.
And the best part was, so we were leaving, and we saw a cop. There's like kids lighting off, big old mortars. And these cops were just like driving by looking.
Saying howdy ho, have a happy
Yeah, they
and
did-
safe
Yeah, in
4th.
Illinois they're illegal.
Yeah. And the
Yep, same
cops,
here.
up there were like, we don't give a shit. It's the 4th of July. Celebrate.
Yep.
That's
Especially
the cops.
this 4th of July.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck. Blow
No,
the,
the whole
shit.
I
world.
have,
Let's see, Milwaukee banned fireworks. Like all the
Yeah, everyone
it's-
was doing drone shows and shit. I had
It's
mortars
stupid
popping off
bullshit.
behind my house.
Oh yeah, we
They
had
were
mortars
going ape
popping off
shit.
here
It was
too.
great. I had a free show right there.
Yeah,
I was letting
Dude,
off our little fireworks.
yeah. At Brandon's house, we just sat out front and watched everybody else spend thousands of dollars.
Right?
It was great. No, it was a lot of fun. It was a good time.
Fuck yeah.
How was Canada Day, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking it was a Tuesday.
Good old
for fuck's sake.
Canada Day.
So I had a bit of work, so I just did a couple little things and then did some driving.
Nice.
I haven't driven in the last couple of weeks. There's not been anything that's made it desirable. Although Fuji was fun.
Yeah, Fuji was fun.
Yeah, Fuji was great.
Fuji
That
was
a good
fun.
race.
But again, I will say this again. So in my low account, there was cleaner driving in the B lobbies than there was in the mid A lobbies, because I did that one and then I did my secondary account.
Mhm.
So I did my lowest account, my secondary account, dude. Like the mid A, I qualified middle of the pack, and just nobody hitting their brakes, everybody pushing you off. I had one dude that I made a great pass into turn 1. So we were coming up to the left-hander, and he just didn't brake and pushed me off track.
Ugh.
Like,
yeah, there's a
it's
lot
like-
of those in that turn 1, man. Fuck.
Dude, made a great pass into turn 1.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just pissed off by it, so he just pushed me off. So I raced in my B account, and I would race from the back, to the front and then pull over and let everybody pass me.
Oh, there you go.
You know, I'm like,
I
you
had
know,
my
just
fun.
keep.
Here you go, boys.
Yeah, exactly. And I had a lot of fun, and there were not people pushing anybody else off. I just don't, like, I don't get it. I just do not
Yeah, a lot of
get
people
it
are
at all.
desperate, trying to gain DR, just not thinking.
I know that Mike and Drew did some racing this week. Did you guys do any racing this week?
Yeah,
besides
it was.
Mike?
Race C was
I
fucking
didn't
good.
actually.
Race C was
I did
good.
a bunch of Fuji, but yeah, didn't do Suzuka or
Spa was
Spa.
good too.
Yeah.
just it's 4
They're all
laps.
half
It's
decent.
like
They're nothing to write home about, but they're all drivable. It
Spa
all
should have been
depended
at
on
least 6. It would have been better if it was 6 because one
good at the
one
start.
big mistake and you're fucked on that
Right.
One
one.
thing that was good was the start. It was because it was on the 24-hour layout, so it was everybody on the strict
Yeah,
downhill.
exactly.
So it was nice
Which
that
it
way for the
should be
start.
every time.
Kept it close racing instead of 3 packs spread out.
The C race looked really interesting with the different amount of specially tuned cars. I mean,
the
I thought it
dynamic
looked
weather.
good. Yeah, dynamic
good.
weather, but it looked like it was fairly dangerous. Like it
was.
didn't look like a grinder.
No,
With no
well,
DR.
there's no
Well, there's no
DR.
DR?
Yeah, no DR.
Oh.
Just SR.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
SR.
Oh, yeah.
Daily
no
A,
DR
Daily
updates,
A,
okay.
Daily A had DR on.
Yes.
So it was the alternate grinder, which it wasn't terrible depending on the people in the lobby. But C was just more for the fun, and the possible craziness of it whenever
Yeah.
it rained.
And it got
Like, I
crazy.
had-
It got
I
crazy.
had
it seems like a lot of
race.
people are loving it.
It was
Race
good.
It
Oh,
was pretty good.
really
The
good.
dry race, I had a
Same.
dry race. I've done 2 of them, and the first race I did, it was literally a torrential
Yeah,
downpour.
same.
The fucking craziest
Full
rain ever in
wets.
VR. It was insane in VR. You couldn't even see with the wipers going. It was so heavy coming down. It was like you're driving in real life when it's just coming down. Your wipers are doing nothing. It's just like you can't even see in front of you. Like it was the craziest, funnest thing in the world. People were having such a hard time. I went from last to 4th in like 3 laps. It was insane. Like it was like people just all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Off. 3 guys on the start didn't even fucking look at the weather and were on slicks. So it was like 3 cars on the front straight at Suzuka doing pirouettes.
Right.
I'm just laughing.
Yeah, that one was good.
This is
It
the
was
one
good.
thing I have with the current time trials that just really makes me angry. Why do we have a rally car doing Grand Valley South?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and that new update. We got that, huh?
Yeah, we got a new update.
It's kind of silly. It should have been a rally car on a rally track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's an easier.
Yeah, it's
Makes
stupid.
sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I haven't
Again,
really
here
done
we
any of
go.
those.
Here we go with polyphony not understanding.
Yeah.
Honestly, just not understanding.
What track is it at?
Grand Valley South,
The
Yeah.
little short,
Okay.
twisty one.
the twisty one.
In a way, it makes sense, but at the same time, it doesn't make
does.
sense because it should. If you're going to introduce a rally car, a legendary rally car, then put it on a dirt track.
rally course.
Do the Barcelona, the rallycross.
Well, some rally courses
Yeah, you got the-
are.
Or do the rally,
are-
yeah, the rally cross of Barcelona.
You got the rally cross. You got like 2 or 3 dirt tracks. You could have chose easily. You could have put it at Lake Louise in the snow. You could have done like anything not just a car swinging around and driving through a road track.
Right.
It's a good track technically for it, but it still doesn't make sense to put it on a road track.
No, not at all. Not in my opinion. It didn't make.
You
It
could have
just
put it at
doesn't
Tsukuba.
make sense to me.
You could have been like, you know what I mean, like if you're going to do a road track, like put it at like Tsukuba or something like that. People know that you can slide it around or something like that. But yeah, it should have been on dirt track or something. Definitely.
In my opinion. What all did they do in that update? Did they update physics again too? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
they did.
Yeah,
They
a
did
little bit.
a across the board BOP. I was talking to Todd about this. I believe there are some outliers, obviously. They're still like kind of OP, but not really that much OP now. I think it's even better place than it was. I believe that any car that you feel comfortable driving in Group 3 will get the job done for you now.
Awesome. Awesome.
Like cars like the Z4, the SLS Group 3, like the cars that nobody uses are now usable. They've balanced the power and weight with them. I think it's a really good spot now.
Why is it taking them this long?
Slow, steady steps, tweaking the physics as well. You can't really balance it if you're going to start tweaking physics more and more. So I think they got the physics in a good spot, and now they're finalizing that BOP, and they just need to do it to the other categories, not just focus on Group 3 cars. Even though that is the dominant online racing car, I do believe they need to put it into the other ones as well, because you get into categories like Group 1, for example. There's so many differences in all those cars that
Right.
the balance is insane. It's only a couple cars that can be used. Same with even Group 2. Group 2, it's still like basically the NSX and the GTR are the basic things you can use, you know. The other cars are pretty much semi-useless, you know. So
Yeah.
Group 4, obviously it's kind of fucked right now. It's not terrible, but it's kind of fucked. The four-wheel are just destroying everything. You know what I mean? If you don't drive one of those, you're not even competing.
You're not even going to compete. Yeah.
You know, and even amongst them, if you're not in like the Lamborghini or say maybe the GTR, you're
Right.
screwed. You know. Yeah, so they got to fix up that and kind of get
Right.
back to it working. But yeah, Group 3, which is, you know, the average, you know, everybody's cup of tea kind of thing, is really good right now. Really good.
Good. Good. I like to hear that.
Yeah, I don't think there's like, sorry to run on about it, but I don't think there's any more of that. Well, I don't want to drive the fucking BMW anymore. Fuck, I hate like, and you know, I want to drive something else that still we can put whatever you want.
Right.
Really, you can just, you know, you want to drive, you know, the McLaren, you can compete. You know what I mean? If you look up and down the leaderboards, like there are a couple of, like with the aliens especially, a couple cars really get the job done. But once you get down past like the top 50, you start to see a nice slow mix of everything. People are starting to realize, oh, I can drive this, I can drive that. So,
Right.
and the numbers don't add up, or sorry, they do add up to, it's pretty competitive field now.
Right. Right. Cool. Like Andy, get down off of me.
I kind of hope that they have some kind of, at least obviously an exhibition filler season coming up soon.
Yeah,
In between the live events.
I need something to get my, you know, I think McNaughty putting out the video a few weeks ago about everybody's getting burnt
out.
I sort of agree, because it just seems like it's the same races over and over again.
Yeah.
Well, it's still, it's either Group 3 or Group 4 in Race C for the most part. We have, you know, a bunch of different cars that they could use. They could do a Ferrari FXX one make race for Group C, or the Pagani R race car one make race. Like, use those cars. We have the Mono 16 or whatever. That car's great to drive. Open. So I mean, there's so many different cars that unfortunately they don't use in the game as far as online racing, and you know, it's kind of holding the game back. So knowing maybe PD, they get the Group 3 and Group 4 cars all dialed in, and now maybe they'll start giving us some other cars.
Well, it'd be nice if they used more tracks also.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be great if we used all the tracks.
Yeah. That's always going to be a concern, because, you know, the repetitive nature of their selections, but at least, like I said, like things are kind of going in a good way, realistically. You know what I mean? The physics is going, the bop is going. Like the fact that they're allowing a lot now for us to have medium soft tires in a lot of the races instead of just fucking hards all the time is a good thing. You know what I mean? Now to start getting these races at multiple tracks, uncommon tracks, and throw some more strategies. Give us some more, a little bit more that like once an hour race, like the 45 minute races on something unique of sorts. Give us an endurance at like St. Croix track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give us, an endurance fuck anywhere. You know what I mean? Like there's just so many like, put us back, give us another fucking endurance kind of race at Mount P. You know what I mean? I'd fucking love that. You know what I mean? Group 3 cars are in a good spot. Give us a good tire wear, good fuel. Give us, 15 laps, and let's go to town.
How about I I love race A's when there's no DRSR
Yeah.
and you're doing a circle track.
Mhm.
Or you're doing Goodwood. I fucking love Goodwood. Goodwood is a blast, especially in a like an old school race car, or even a road car that you can fix up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a blast. That's so much fun. Give us more rallies in like A or B.
Yeah. I agree because especially like it's VR that does it. Makes those little races fun. It really does.
But I mean, we hardly use St. Croix.
Yeah.
We really
a
don't
great
use don't use Sardinia a lot. You know, I'm like looking at tracks right now, and I'm like,
I think it's the algorithm where they just see that when it's these tracks, not a lot of people race online. So that's why we're always getting Suzuka. You're always getting Spa, because when those races are available, people are doing them online.
but I also think it's combinations too. I think they're doing improper combinations. I think they're also doing improper strategy, choices. I think, like, again, what over the past 3 or 4 years of owning this game, what has been our most favorite race?
The Mazda at Road Atlanta.
The Mazda at Road Atlanta.
Yeah.
That was just again, one make race, sort of easy car to drive, and it's a blast. And throw some strategy into that race, and it becomes even better.
Yeah, so like that in the Expo, or again the Mono.
And it doesn't have to be road landed. It just any like the Daytona road course when they did the Mazda, look at the real life Mazda series. Any of those kind of style tracks in the game would be like Laguna. Like anything in those would be absolutely a blast. You know what I mean? Like why can't they do that? You know what I mean? So
they can. They just choose not to.
They choose not to. Exactly, and it drives me crazy.
But again, Japanese car culture is different than Western car culture.
I do have to say, in a way, I do enjoy the fact that they have started putting some of the Tokyo Express courses.
Yeah, I don't like those tracks, but goddamn, you got like 18 different fucking variations of Tokyo Express.
Yeah.
Use them.
Exactly, and the fact that they're using them is great. The combinations haven't been too bad either. I'll say that, but mix it up. If you're going to mix it up like that, putting those new, we haven't done this one forever, ever, or kind of thing, then yeah, it's nice, but not every week a different variation of Tokyo Express. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
There are, like, St. Croix has a fucking shit ton of, like, how many are at St. Croix? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there is...
Give me two shakes and I can tell you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different variations. Yeah.
Yep. And all of them are pretty fucking good variations.
Yep.
Like, honestly.
It doesn't have to be deep forest all the time, you know what I mean?
No.
But again, I think that track just does really well with the average online player. So that's why they keep feeding it to us, because they get X amount of players.
Yeah. Give us some more Big Willow,
Big Willow's always a fun one. Big Willow's always a fun one. And I'm sorry, we were having a great time learning how to tune our cars.
Yeah.
And then they stop doing that. Yeah, because there are people that know how to tune better than others. Well, sometimes you got to learn how to do something to make your car fast.
Yeah, but to the average player, the guy who can play 1 hour on Saturday night, who he may not be in the GT7 community, and he's getting fucking blown out of the water, because everybody has a tune and they
there's
don't know how to
exactly it.
tune.
There's a reason for another having a daily D race. That you can randomly mix as an endurance and or a tuner race. You know what I mean? So you have the little niche corners for everybody of sorts. You know what I mean? It really is a reason why. Maybe don't do a long one because there's not enough people to do it all the time. So yeah, once a month there's a endurance that lasts for, a week that people get slowly tired of. Okay, done. And tuning for for the week, all right, people are tired of it, or it gets very good and competitive because people eventually learn at the end of the week how to tune it better. They look around. People in the community share, so it's easy to, fuck, I can't get this to go any faster than this or whatnot. Let's see what he put on his car, did to his car. You know what I mean? There's a lot of that around. So help spread the community that way by doing shit like that too more often. Yeah, some people aren't good, but a lot of people will look and see.
Yeah, I think you just they
don't
have
care
to
about
do
the
more.
aliens or the diehards because they know they'll be there. They again, this game caters more to the average fucking Joe Schmo.
Well, I think
It really
even
does.
in some ways it caters more to some really niche crowds, i.e., I like to take pictures. I'm like, that's such a weird fucking thing.
Yeah, well,
but
what
again,
it does.
There's people that love scapes, and there's people all they do is drag racing or car shows, and they'll have tons of people in their lobbies, and I've never heard of these people, and they'll have 25, 30, 40,000 subscribers, and all they do is drag race in GT7 or drift. And so, again, it is a car culture game more so than like a racing game. He's just trying to appease to fucking everybody. You like doing fucking liveries? Great. We have, stuff for you to do. You like taking fucking pictures? Come to GT7 because we have that covered. So, the competitive online racing is, kind of an afterthought, or it's not a top fucking priority.
Yeah, and what the stupid thing was, they talked about making it more of a priority, and then they're like, no, we're just going to do this now. I'm like, it's disappointing. If you want it to become, go ahead.
A CRV, we get another fucking SUV after that, and we're getting, basic fucking commuter vehicles in this game that I don't know if anybody's really asking for.
No, they're not. But his mind acts differently. The Japanese just think differently.
They do. We have to take that into consideration.
I mean, if you want people to take the online racing culture seriously, you've got to push that. You have to.
Yeah, especially with all the new competition coming out. You have Le Mans Ultimate. Again, they're looking to do a lot of stuff. Assetto Corsa.
Assetto Corsa 2 is coming out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
iRacing, they're making some
Rensport
changes. Yeah, Rensport. So there's a lot of competition, and Forza just fired half of its
Forza's going down in the dumps. They're done.
But it seems like they're listening, or we're listening to their community, and we're implementing or trying to some new stuff. Yeah, their physics or what, I've never played the game, but from what I've heard,
the physics were garbage.
Aren't very good. But at least they were trying to listen to the community and implement stuff.
Yeah.
So where again, we've been barking up this tree for 3 years now, and it just falls on deaf ears.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, having Terry on and talk about the, the Japanese way of thinking, I still think you, as a company, and I understand, yes, the contracts are crazy and all that stuff. You, you don't have any new cars.
Hmm.
Race
Everybody,
cars, group three,
race
group
cars,
four, yeah.
Group 3, Group 4, those are all changing all the time. The group, quotes Group 1, they're completely different now, and you only have the Toyota. You only have the Toyota that is the new, you know, LMH hybrid car. I, why haven't you gotten something else? You know, why aren't you talking with NASCAR and
Yeah.
and taking over? You know how big the NASCAR games are? The rednecks love them. Think
But
about that.
again,
Why do you think
they
it's
do.
one of the most
America.
popular thing on iRacing, for Christ's sakes?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Oval racing's huge, but again, that's not big in the Japanese culture. So
No.
while it's really big in Western America or whatever, it just doesn't translate to the Japanese or Asian markets.
Yeah, because they love all
So
those old car. They love everything.
they
It's wild.
they do.
They
They
do.
do.
And yeah.
But yeah, oval racing really doesn't appeal to them. And maybe again, going back to what was it in GT5? Did we have NASCAR?
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
few
so.
of
Yeah,
them. I think 6 too,
yeah,
maybe.
or six, whatever. Again? I don't just analytics. They just saw it and people didn't gravitate towards
Yeah,
it
I didn't
or
race it. I didn't. Yeah.
kind of deal. But yeah, it'd be friggin' awesome. And right before Indy went to Forza, I was just like, man, it'd be great if fucking Indy and GT7 could come together, and to have these cars. Chevy's in the game already, Honda's in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if we could get SF cars and Indy cars, that would be fucking awesome. But yeah, they went to fucking Forza. So how does
And
Forza
two, I
win
don't
the
get that
Indy
because
Series?
Forza's dead. They're done.
I know.
They are fucking
Yeah.
done. Xbox. I heard the rumor that after this next generation consoles, they're done with consoles. That's
Yeah,
the rumor.
it's gonna be all
all streaming, all through all, and
Yep.
they just released that MetaQuest Xbox collab.
VR.
Yep. So now you can race with the Xbox controller on the MetaQuest using that and get on Game Pass and play games. And then you have the pass through, just like the Apple VR headset that they have, to where you can see what's around, but then you also have a big like TV screen. You can make it just like our VR shit, make it as big,
Yeah.
and then you're playing. You still can't play like actual Xbox VR games on there through Game Pass, but you got other VR games through MetaQuest, and then you got that. So yeah, I think that's the way they're going. I think PlayStation is going to be the only ones really around in PC for actual sim racing.
Right.
And also, rumor, Assetto Corsa Evo, when it comes to console, the rumor is that they're listening and possible
support.
VR support for PS5.
They
And
want
if-
to do it.
And if that happens, ooh, GT
Well-
better watch out.
Yeah.
When
What
if
they
that happens,
Bombarded.
I
They
will
were
tell you. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say they were bombarded with comments.
Yeah,
You better
I
have
was
VR
one of them.
support.
I was
VR,
one of them.
VR, VR. Like every
Their
other
thing,
post
they
was, you
want
better
to,
have
but
VR.
what they need Sony collaboration for it to work properly.
Oh, I hope it.
And
I hope
they're
they do.
talking to Sony. The biggest thing I think that's going to come down to it is how much is going to step on Gran Turismo because of the relationship with PD and Sony. I think
man.
that's what it's going to be because they don't want to destroy GT as
Well,
a
guess what?
franchise game, right?
GT
So
better get better.
that's the
GT
thing.
needs to be better then.
Because I know for a fact if Assetto Corsa and that comes over with VR2 support, I'm in it. Which is going to make
dude, it'd be
ACC
great.
too.
Yeah.
Almost guaranteed to have VR support.
Oh yeah.
And guess what? See you later, GT. I'm fucking AC.
Well,
in
too,
it,
that would
and I
just-
will be fucking. Coach Mike is going to be selling fucking race setups because that's where it's at.
Dude, I think
Yeah.
they would sell a lot of PSVR2 headsets. Probably sell even more PS5s. If they have multiple good VR titles, that will help out PlayStation so much, because the other VR titles that we have for racing right now is that new Superbike game that came out.
Yeah, VR. Yeah.
That looks kind of good, but it's nauseating.
Yeah, it looks like I'd be sick as fuck. And then too, you're using the VR controllers for it, so you're not really feeling too much. And then those stupid, I think they have a truck one.
Yeah, the truck one. I was just looking at it.
Like
it looks dopey. It doesn't look good.
No,
at
and
all.
then they have
Truck
some
like
other car.
semi-driving?
Yeah,
Like
and then they have
semi-driving,
another
yeah.
car
Okay.
one, but it looks like shit. It's like $10.99. It looks
And
like
it's
shit.
garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have nothing. Oh yeah, that would help. Fuck, like, stop thinking about, if it's going to hurt Gran Turismo. Fuck that. It's going to help PlayStation and PSVR 2
It'll
as a
help.
whole.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
think that's what Sony's starting to look at now is
Yeah.
we're going to have to step on some toes here, but
Yeah.
if we want all this investment to come back to us, we need to get this thing working for people. So more good games.
And if that
I
happens,
think they're
then
gonna
we're
do
going to
it. I
get
think they're gonna do
F1 and we'll get other ones as well if that
Exactly.
happens. So I hope it happens.
Well, it's like it's just like
because I love my VR.
I love my VR.
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation also has to encourage video game manufacturers to do VR support. If they did that on more and more games,
Yeah, F126 with VR.
not just
Would be
F126, but even like Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Because
because they got other war games that do it.
All of these other ones, if they started VR support on those, the amount of VR systems they would sell, especially, you've got us as a team talking about VR all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you got to do VR. You got to do VR. I think if they
For
would
sim
just,
racing, yes.
not even just for sim racing, you got to do VR when you're doing like other video gaming.
Flight
is a
simulator.
ton of fun. Flight is a ton of fun in VR. It's just immersive, the immersiveness of it, And again,
It's
I
3D,
think
Yeah.
when we come back to the state of play on Gran Turismo and the state of the racing community when we're in open lobbies or when we're in daily lobbies or weekly lobbies, whatever you want to call them, it comes down to the fact that you have a core group of people that believe that it's racing, and then you have everybody else that they don't give a shit. It's a game.
Yeah.
It's a game. That's all it is.
And that's if ACC if ACC goes and does VR, you have better race. I mean, ACC has its issues, of course, like every other racing game. But, dude, I'm going to be over there all the time because there are better racers over there. The cars feel better. They drive
They're
better.
updated.
It's way cooler to be able to adjust things on your steering wheel for fuel maps and your anti-lock braking system and your traction control systems, or choosing a different fuel map. It's so much cooler. It is so much cooler to do that kind of stuff. It's so much cooler to have longer races.
Yes.
And race starts that you have to control yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But we're car people, too. We're racing people.
Yeah.
Like, that's just who we are. So that's also a huge difference, too, I think, in... there are probably a significant amount of children that play Gran Turismo.
There are. I mean, out of 14, 15 million players in the game or who have the game, yes, there are a bunch of 10 and 12-year-olds playing this fucking game.
Yep, on a controller going, woo, look at me. I want to take this motherfucker
and they
out.
have exactly. Yeah, you're not past me. Oh, it's a game.
Fuck you, old man.
Again, they grew up on Mario Kart.
Yeah.
They grew up on Mario Kart or whatever, and that logic carries over.
I think there are a lot of
they're playing.
People in their 30s and 40s that are like 12-year-olds too.
Yeah, there's a yes.
Oh, there are.
Yes.
There are.
Yes,
there's some in England that got jealous because another person hit 1 million subscribers.
Oh.
And then goes in and talks shit about how that person is taking food out of his kid's mouth because he's done better.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's right.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah, Key 25 is so mad at Erie is because Erie's doing better.
Talking shit to Rory, dude. Rory's
talking
the most
shit
fucking
to Rory.
Nicest, wholesome, fucking straight up dude.
Well, that's the difference.
Yep.
Key is a piece of garbage. He is not a good person. He just isn't, and he's showing himself more and more.
And he blames everyone when he gets hit, or if he's hit someone else. And Rory will actually pull over and say sorry. And
the one thing I will give Key is he is himself. He doesn't try. He will piss people off.
Yeah.
He does not give a fuck.
No, he doesn't give a fuck.
Himself. He's an asshole.
Right.
And yeah, everything is everybody else's fault, but he doesn't change. So
no. I will say, though, in the beginning, he wasn't as bad. I feel like rumor, allegedly, how I feel, I'm going to say this. When he was bragging about going to the gym all the time, I think he might have been taking a little bit of steroids. A little bit of steroids.
He was on the
little bit of juice. And he just got more and more angry. And then, too, I think, and then on top of seeing Rory and these other guys,
I think his peers doing better.
Well,
just
Rory,
doing
growing
so fast and getting to that point.
Steve,
so,
Jimmy Broadbent
so
just
quick.
hit 1 million.
It's like, he's still stuck at what, 60, 70? I mean, digits.
I think he's at 67.
Yeah, digits at that point now. So looking,
it's funny to see though, because that would be massive frustration because at one point during, say, the pandemic days, he was ahead of most of those guys.
He was blowing everyone out.
Yeah, he was
and now Rory grew 5 times quicker, 6 times quicker. You know what I mean, to where he is now. Fucking everybody
Rory's
else just kept taking off.
275.
And I think he just went
about
stagnant.
190,000 subscribers. Yep. You have Kirith at about 115,
right?
120.
And when you got Kirith beating
you have Digit at about 55. And even though he's at 55, I'll go back and do like a 2-month look at Key's videos versus Digit. Digit blows him out of the water for viewership. Yeah, he doesn't have as many subscribers, but his viewership numbers are 12, 13,000.
Personality.
Like, per fucking video. Yeah.
Has a lot to do with it.
Well, personality and not being a dick.
Yeah. Also,
But
and that comes with
like
personality.
That, so.
He's got that dickhead personality.
Yeah, some people love it. They do. Some people don't, but I think that's why his numbers are fairly stagnant, because some people are just like, dude, you're too much of an a-hole.
And then Guys SRT, I love him because he
Guys SRT,
he makes some great funny ass videos.
He does.
I know what he does. Some of it's like a little out of context.
It is.
You know, but it's still it's entertainment. But at the same time, he's calling him out on his bullshit as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Like, well, I think people are seeing the Guys SRT stuff and going, "Wait a second," and then going over
take
and
a second look at him and
going,
"Oh,
yeah," because he's
the one thing that makes me kind of just like with the Key in general is like his attitude, but the fact that he like his kids are there, and you're working, it's your job, but your kids come first. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You would have more respect from the people around you watching your stream and that. If sorry guys, pulling off the track or whatever it takes to address your children when there's an issue. Where like I've seen Rory literally just let the car drive off track and took the headset off because his son came in.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, yep, no, I'm sorry, guys. That's secondary, regardless. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Get up on his lap, like talk to him, okay, have a good one, then go back to what he was doing. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you should be doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially if you're doing something like streaming, working from home like that. I'm sorry, if you're there and the kids are there, you're still a parent. Act like it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm fucking working here.
It just shit like that
it
drives me
disgusts
crazy.
me. It kind of disgusts me. Like, it does. And then comments like, oh, he's taking food. Like, and fucking, dude, give your fucking head a shake. Your missus works her ass off for you to sit there and bitch and bring in whatever money. Yeah, it might be a good little amount, but you're probably just fucking pissed that everybody else is making more money than you are now.
Well, that's the thing.
You're not gaining anywhere. You're probably losing money because your memberships are probably going down because people are
He's
just
not
like,
realizing it's himself. It's not everyone else. It's him fucking himself.
And when you're terrified, to be in top split lobbies because you know you're not fast enough, people want to see you try.
Oh, yeah.
And he
even
doesn't
if you
want
lose,
to.
you just stay in it and you fucking finish the goddamn race.
People don't necessarily want to see you win.
No.
Most people want to see good racing.
Yeah, good battles,
That's what
good
they
racing, good passing.
Like especially if you had the attitude, you went into your top split lobby, you qualify mid to late back pack, which he does quite often, or end the back of the pack. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to compete here, chat. Oh, this is bullshit. I fucking should just quit. Fucking,
see, it's that.
That kind of attitude.
Yeah.
Not that. All right, man. I am in over my head here, guys. Like, all right, let's see if we can get one
Let's
or two
do our
here.
best.
This will be great. Finish. Let's do our best. You know what I mean? Where it's like that's what neat. Like I get into these lobbies here, and I'm just like, I'm losing DR all the time because it's a fucking top ranked lobby, and I'm like, I do not belong here, but let's go, man.
Yep,
I got a position.
Let's see where we end up.
Yep. I finished one up. Yeah, guys, I'm fucking, I'm stoked. Whereas, if I'm not winning the race, fuck off. It's not about winning the race, man. It's about enjoying the race, having a good race with whoever's around you.
Yeah.
If you're ranked 15th in the lobby and you end up 14th or 13th, fuck yeah. You did well.
That's right. I might start looking into these league races a little bit more too.
Yep.
Start maybe doing
the league
some
races
of
are starting up.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd like to get into some Sundays and maybe some evening ones that I've seen coming up.
Yep. Hey, I guess this is a good perfect time to announce. You want to announce?
Yeah.
Let's announce.
We are the official. What?
We are going to, of the NRL League Season 6 starting this fall. The Dumb Guys Do Racing will be a sponsor. We are
a sponsor.
Yep, we'll be one of the sponsors on the NRL League. Thank you, McNaughty, for thinking of us and giving us a shout out,
the opportunity,
hitting us up, and wanting us to be a
you.
part of it. We appreciate it, and we're excited. Can't wait. We got
lots of things coming up in the next few months.
Yep.
Trip to Los Angeles.
Yep.
Hoping to get down there, meet people.
Throw punch.
Do some throat punching, meet some people.
Hopefully we can get Jimmy. I'm putting it out there. We need to get Jimmy.
Oh fuck! And if he can, like get some recording device things, kind of shit with you, just be able to get some audio
fucking
clips.
Something.
We'll do the best we can.
I bet Steve will probably be there too.
Yeah.
Oh, they all will be.
Yeah,
They fly all the big guys there.
Yeah.
Like all the big events, they're always there. Rory goes, but Rory only goes to the ones that are semi-local.
Yeah.
Just because of his family.
But
he won't
Cyrus
go that
should
far.
hopefully be there.
Yeah, Cyrus, Road Beef.
Yeah.
I think we'll be
Road
there.
Beef.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cyrus just interviewed Road Beef today. That dropped on Sunday, so go check out that video.
Hell yeah.
It's awesome.
Love those two
interview.
guys.
Yeah, Road Beef is when he was streaming was my favorite streamer.
Yeah, he was kind of making a little bit of a comeback there for a minute. He's been racing a little bit more lately.
Come on, man. Where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
Bring the beef.
Need the beef.
I used to
Absolutely.
love his comment. He's got great. We
Oh,
should actually
dude, his
see next time we
commentary is
do.
Oh my
shit.
gosh, his commentary was awesome.
The next DGR Degenerates League, we're going to see if we can get him to do commentary for us.
That'd be
Well,
awesome.
dude, he's just so smart and articulate.
He is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's also
and
very
plus,
witty
he's a
and
racing
funny.
instructor.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
He's
that.
great. He is.
he
Yeah.
is.
I love the beef.
The beef.
Fun fact about road beef. Fun fact about
Um,
guy wears a size 15.
Shut the
shoe.
fuck
Jesus
up. Really?
Christ.
I mean, I'm a 13, so and I'm
You know what
Dude,
they
how
say
tall
about
is
guys
he?
that- eh? He's
he
5'3".
must have big shoes.
Right?
Oh,
15?
Five
God
foot two.
damn.
Yeah, I'm 6'3", so I'm thinking he's got to be at least
6'5"?
6'5". Yeah, that would be my guess, probably.
Yeah, guys with big
Dude,
feet, they got big socks.
Yeah. Well, I worked with a guy that was 5'7" and wore a size 13 shoe.
Jesus.
I'm
You
6
couldn't.
foot.
You
Holy
couldn't.
crap.
You couldn't push him over from the back.
No,
They
they're
ran
like
behind him.
clown shoes.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
shit.
I'm 6 foot and size 12, but I was
Okay.
size 12 before. When I was probably 13, 14-ish when I really hit my growing spurt. I went from like 5'3",
Jeez.
5'4" to like 6 foot, and I was already at like size 11, size 12 before I started growing. My parents were like, "Your feet are growing into like water skis," and I'm still just kind of short. And then all of a sudden, I just like in a summer,
Shot
I
up.
fucking became It was just like I went from like the little kid at school to like the fucking skyscraper compared to everybody. It was just
Jesus.
Yeah.
but then I
I'm
stopped.
like
Then I
a.
just stopped growing, and it was just like, yep, went to 6 feet, bam, done.
Fuck.
Yeah. I'm like a 12 and a half also.
Okay. Damn. I'm a
Yeah,
10 and a
that's
half.
some-
I went from
yeah, big
I went from
ass.
the little kid at school to being the
It's
little
'cause
kid
you're
at
fucking
school.
only 5'3". You don't need big feet.
Hey,
I'm a little kid for a little kid.
5'5", 10 and a
I
half.
wasn't far off, man. Fuck.
Yeah, you're close. You're close. Dude, yeah, I went
2
from
inches.
4'8" to 5'3", and I was like, "Woo! We're cooking. We're cooking, Frankie."
You're cooking. I can see over the counter.
Right?
Woo!
And then I was like, "All right, grew another couple inches."
I don't need a
Right
booster
on.
seat anymore.
And then I
Then by
topped
the
out.
age of
I
by the age
topped
of
out.
15, he was his size and just
Yep.
stayed right there.
5'5" and
Yeah.
10 and a half. I'll take it.
Do you still sit on the phone book when you have dinner?
No, not anymore. I got high
No.
chairs now, so
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got the booster seat.
Yeah.
He doesn't sit on a phone
I
book.
don't need phone books. I need
He
comfort.
stole one from a. He stole one
I
from.
took I
Chili's.
took mine from my kid because now he's the same fucking height as me, pretty much. My daughter's, dude, half an
I
inch
worked at
off,
Chili's.
and then
How old are they?
daughter's gonna be 15 in September, and my son's gonna be 12, and he's probably like 4 inches off.
Oh,
Dude,
How
he's
big
gonna
is your
be
wife?
he's gonna be like 6'2". Dude, my wife's 5'2", and I'm
Wow.
5'5".
Two shorties making giants.
Yeah. Well, her
Dude,
family's fucking like 6'3", 6'4", her like
Oh.
brother and her cousins. And then my dad's side of the family, they're all above 6. I got mine from my mom's side. They're all Puerto Rican and 5'5". My grandpa was like
yeah.
fucking 5'2" when he was
Yeah.
done.
Dude, one of my best friends, his dad is 6'10", and his mom is 5'3", and
Holy fuck.
Russ was his brother Bill. Bill's 6'5", but Russ graduated high school at 5'10", goes to college, has a fucking growth spurt, comes
Oh.
back the next fucking year. He's 6'3". People are like, Russ?
Right?
You know,
late
about
late growth
fucking
spurt
inches.
there. Holy
yeah,
shit.
it was for him. But dude,
Damn.
seeing his mom and dad together,
I
so
bet that's
fucking- Again,
hilarious.
he's 6'10", and
So
she's
his
5'3".
mom could stand and do the deed.
Oh, dude, we used to be able when we were kids and little. We could put we would have our shoes on. We would have our shoes on, and we could put our shoes on in his dad's shoes.
What?
That's how fucking dude. When we were little
Jesus.
kids and shit, we could have our shoes on and put our shoes on in his shoes.
God
And shit.
damn.
Yeah, one of my
Yeah,
grandmother's
he's a big man.
relatives. One of my I don't know if it was a aunt and uncle or grandma and grandpa of hers. He was 6'4", she was 4'6".
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, like midget.
Right?
Midget size. Oh, sorry. Little person.
Little person.
I think
Yeah.
midget's
The
back.
shortest girl I've ever been with was 4'10".
Oh, okay.
Oh,
How was
Little
that?
Dowdy, little spinner.
All
Awesome.
Yeah,
right.
spinner.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Right on.
She was Mexican.
Oh.
Dude,
Ooh.
Mexican with the fucking
Big old
she
booty.
she lifted. Oh, great ass. She ran and fucking squats. So
Oof.
she had a great ass.
Mm.
But yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yummy.
I'm supposed to say that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you are.
That sounds
Yummy.
good to me.
That's yummy.
Blech, blech, blech.
That's dessert right there.
If you haven't,
Yeah.
if you haven't watched the 6 hours at the Glen,
Oh, I need to watch that.
you need to watch that. That race is surprising.
Ooh,
I'm just going to put it that way. That race is surprising.
hell yeah.
Okay, great race. If you didn't watch, like last week's race was pretty much last week's race, the Formula One race. It's sort of what everybody expected. It was boring.
Yeah.
This week's
Woo!
race,
Woo!
if you haven't watched it,
Hulk.
Fucking
you
watch
need
it.
to watch it.
Dude,
Yeah.
could you believe that? Hulkenberg? Wow.
Hulkenberg,
Podium?
Max.
Dude.
Max.
Dude.
Well,
You know what's funny
Everybody was
is
going
I said this last night. I said that not quite this, but like the tires last night. Remember, Todd? I said
Yep.
the fucking Max, even on pole, he's gonna have issues with his the tires and that somehow, like whether it was tire wear or something, but it was complete traction loss.
yeah. Well, downforce. Because the only way they got pole was because he was faster on the straightaways.
Yep, running.
He
Dude,
was,
his
was
car
downforce.
pulled on the big end.
dude.
Holy shit,
Oh
dude.
my
When they did
gosh.
the ghost between him and
Yeah.
fucking Oscar, dude. Yeah, once that car got into that 150, 160 fucking range, that Red Bull just started pulling. on
Well,
that
and
fucking
then
McLaren.
Oscar bitching about his penalty.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm sure once he watches it back, I'm sure.
Right,
you know,
during the
cooler
race,
heads
they're like, what the
prevail.
fuck? Yeah.
And again, he's very well mannered and chill, and I'm not going to say anything. You know, this is Hulk's day, you know, kind of thing, and giving him praise and everything. So, but what he did was he fucked up.
Yeah, he did.
He fucked up.
He fucked up.
He's
did.
he's thinking, but like he is always thinking, and like he just needed to be a little bit smarter there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I understand what he was doing, but you can't do that because you put everyone behind you in
At risk.
peril.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's
The
why you
accordion
got
effect.
that penalty. That
Yeah.
you got
The
that penalty
accordion
because
effect.
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you
then that's
almost took
probably
out
why Max spun.
1, 2, and 3.
No, Max spun because he was pissed.
Right. He was
Max
pissed at the
spun because he
situation,
was
got on the
pissed
gas
at
too
the-
hard,
Yep.
and fucking
It's-
whipped
that's
it.
exactly.
So,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
he
exactly
fucked
what
it up.
happened.
He
Yep,
fucking-
exactly.
He got him.
Well,
You
and then
got
at
him.
the end, you know, it would only be fair if you tell Lando to slow down so I can repass him.
Get the fuck out of here.
Number one, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, no.
You did that to
You fucked
yourself.
up. Yeah, you fucked up. That's your fault.
That's your fault. You
Fuck
take
that.
Could you tell Lando to let me pass him? That's the only.
So how
fair
close
thing
are
to
they
do.
in points
Well, it's
now?
'cause-
6
Oh,
points,
well,
six or 8 points apart
Okay.
now.
The reason he probably asked that is because of fucking last year when they're like, all right, Lando, slow down, let fucking Oscar pass.
Yeah,
that
they ain't
was our
doing that
rules.
again. They ain't doing that this year.
I know, but so I'm sure that was in
but
the back of his
yeah.
head, like I'm a
Right.
fucking I'm blowing everybody
Yep.
out of the fucking water.
I was ahead at the
stupid penalty.
Yep, I was ahead
Yeah.
of him all race. I fucked up. Let me back ahead. I'm leading in points. No, fuck that. You fucked up, so that's your fault. You got to
And I
deal with
think
it.
fucking
Exactly.
Zach probably felt bad because Lando had this race last year at Silverstone
Mm-hmm.
taken from him. So, you know.
And two, I mean,
You know.
and Lando's been through thick and thin for so long with them. Like, you can't be, yeah. And for
Yeah,
Oscar
and
to even
maybe-
ask that, come on, bro.
Yeah, and maybe Lando has it back
it's a-
now. Maybe he has his groove back because he's had a few bad races,
Yeah.
but He handled this race well. He definitely handled Spielberg well. The Red Bull Ring, he dominated there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, holding off Piastri. I mean, come on, Piastri almost took him out in turn 4. Like that was crazy.
Well, dude, it's gonna be crazy to see near the end of the season because those two are gonna be so close in points.
Yeah,
hopefully they don't fuck each other up too bad.
I mean, let's look at what Lando did to himself at Canada, running into the back, and he immediately, that's the thing that I like about him. He put his hand up immediately and was like, "That was all my fault. I shouldn't have done that."
Yep.
That's why I sort of have some serious respect for Lando.
Oh, I
because
love Lando.
Oscar should have put his hand up and gone. Taking it on the chin instead of whining, going, "Oh, tell Lando to slow down."
I wouldn't say it was whining. Again, it's heat of the battle. When you're in the car, you sometimes you see things differently, or that actually. So again, once he gets out of the car, watches everything back, and then but in the heat of the moment, you're seeing things fucking differently. Mm-hmm. So, it's. I think for him to ask, I don't think it was that, bad of a thing to fucking ask, just because from what happened last year.
Right.
And
so, if last year never happened, then I'd be like, oh, that's a little weird. But
one more thing before we go. If you haven't watched the Dale Earnhardt documentary on Prime, you need to watch that.
Okay.
It's really good. I think I said that last time we were live. Watch it.
I don't remember.
And then they also have the Garage 56 NASCAR at Le Mans documentary too.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
You need to watch that too.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. It is really, really cool. So you need to watch that.
All right. Real quick,
Any others?
Go ahead. The Mustang GTD.
Mm-hmm.
325,000 fucking
Good Lord,
for a goddamn fucking Mustang. And then you have the ZR1 that's under, let's call it 200,000. And dude, it's gonna fucking smack this GTD Mustang.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
ZR1 or GTD, ZR1 all day.
ZR1 all day, every day. I mean,
you got to.
Ooh.
Yeah, if the GTD was like 175,000, it's very impressive. But when you open
125,
the fucking door and you're like,
that should be like 125.
This is the same as a fucking 4-cylinder turbo Mustang in here, like no different steering wheel, no different fucking.
Fuck that.
Like, come on, like I want carbon fiber fucking interior
everything.
Yeah. Like you got to set that car apart.
Yes.
If you're going to charge that kind of fucking money.
Yes. Well,
all I can say have you seen the concept for the new Fox body?
That's what I was just going to say. Yep. Is that true? You think that's going to happen?
It's not. I don't. You don't? I think that's some AI
I think they do.
They
do a special run. I think Ford sees it and says, "Fuck, couple years, you're going to see a special run of it."
It looks badass. It does.
It looks good.
You know what? I like it from the back. From the front, it sort of looks like a Subaru.
You like everybody from the back.
Yeah, I do. Take us out, Todd.
And with that.
That bombshell.
Yeah, that bombshell. Good night, everybody.
Oh, good times. Thanks for listening, everybody. And we're back. Hope you guys enjoyed this new episode. NRL League starting near the end of September. We'll be sponsoring that. Hopefully we'll be getting some of the drivers on. And some of the other guys a part of that. Ignaty will be joining us as it gets closer.
That would actually be a pretty good segment. We'll going on. A special guest from each driver.
Yep. And then Coach Mike. Everyone misses Coach Mike's corner, so we're going to have to figure something out.
I'm actually working on something.
Okay. Because everyone fucking misses that. They're begging for it.
Yeah.
They want their Coach Mike's corner. So you heard it here, guys. Coach Mike's working on some stuff. And we'll get something to you. And thanks for listening. And we'll see you next week. Peace.
Bye.